Welcome to the CWC Podcast with your host, David Selby, Justin Reed, and Andy Horton.
And we are rolling, guys.
I can't believe you guys took it outdoors and for your fiesta. And I want to know, describe to me what is around you right now. What is going on?
Carl?
There's birds chirping. We're getting excited about our races.
We've got a special guest today as well, just like always. He'll be, or that guest will be by here shortly.
Oh man!
To celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Oh my gosh!
So, what do you have in that metal bin there in front of you? Is it just branding, or do we have something hidden in it?
Oh, this is actually one of our prizes that we're giving away this year for third place. Second or third, we're not sure.
It's going to be second because it's the most valuable.
It's a smokeless fire pit, stacked together. They're got a little carrying case for them, but you also have a grill to go on top of it. So when you're out cooking, you can make your own food right there at camp.
Or use it to keep warm when it gets cold for the races.
Like West Kentucky sometimes,
That's right. That's right. But it's a little bit taller than that. This is just a portion of it. But yeah, we've had a few calls saying, what place is that prize for? Because that's the one I want to win.
I'm gonna try to get second place. Is it for first or second place?
No, second or third, we're not sure yet. The jury's still out. We've still got 2 weeks.
Decide based on how Cindy finishes in her races. That's what I would do. Oh no!
Right.
It's not Taco Tuesday. It's Cinco de Mayo.
There you go.
Oh my gosh! Everyone, silence your cell phones. Come on, what is this? Your first time?
That's what I told them to do. Jeez.
Okay. Did I just see Marty the Taco?
You did. I think he's in there making more margaritas now. So
I wasn't sure if it was a side effect of what Savannah put in my drink, or if I really just saw Marty the Taco wandering across the screen, full life size, not even an animation. This is not post processing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a Kathy Cabanas taco. He's a walking taco is what he is. There you go.
So how did you convince him to dress up?
Oh my
God. You don't have much convincing to do with Marty to dress up.
I think that was pretty much Marty's idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Christmas time, right? When he was the elf.
Right.
Yeah.
You just tell Marty what everybody else is going to dress up like, and he'll show up however you said it was going to be. Yeah, everybody's going to be wearing taco suits. It'll be great. Yeah. And then Marty shows up in a real taco suit.
What did you want to say, Marty? You want to say
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Oh,
thank you.
Oh,
hold on. We need a bow in full view of the camera, like centered in front of the table. Come do a full curtsy.
You got to do a full curtsy.
A full curtsy.
Lettuce and all the vegetables.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's awesome. So are we behind the mercantile building?
Yes.
We are. We're right in front of Clay Robinson's cabana. Right here is where he stays at. And
so if anybody's looking for him, he'll be right here late at night.
And this is where we have the guitar picking on Wednesday night with Mike Johnson and Jason Maddox, which has become a pretty big thing. It's a whole lot of fun. So that's Wednesday night at I think 8 o'clock is when the guitar picking starts. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You said that's Wednesday night, so yep. I know that with your event, you guys open the doors a little bit earlier than some of these weekend events. So talk about, help us understand what it is that we could be experiencing if we get there when the gates open, kind of getting through the week.
All right. So the gates open at noon on Tuesday, the 20th of May. And then on Wednesday, we have a team roping Tuesday evening up at the arena. That's pretty much it on Tuesday evening, just to let everybody get set up for their camps and stuff. Wednesday, we have Rockin' M2 Livestock doing an obstacle challenge where they do the fire in the arena. I think you used one of their videos or one of their clips for some of the videos last year. And then, of course, the guitar pick. And we have guided trail rides throughout the week, so those are on the schedule at different times. There's one of those on Wednesday. Thursday comes up, and we've got our lunch ride down to the fire department. Allen's Barbecue out of Arkadelphia is sponsoring that this year. So all the proceeds for that go to our volunteer fire department. And then we have Liberty Horse Presentation, which I think you talked to Whitney a few weeks ago on your podcast. And
yeah,
then,
yeah,
of course,
she was great.
Yeah, the Kool-Aid Barrel Race. You know, that can get a little crazy. We might have tacos running through the arena. Who knows? Then that night we got Bubba Reeves and the Clay Logan Band playing. Friday we've got some team sorting, cornhole competition. We got the rough stock, the Bulls and the Bronx. And then that night's when we've got Mike Johnson and Josh Ward. So Josh Ward's our headliner for this year. It should be a pretty good show. Saturday, we got a few things at the arena. We've got a Liberty training back with Whitney Bearden. We also have a gentleman coming from Texarkana who's going to do a mounted shooting demonstration. So just like I looked into it, and I really couldn't find any mounted shooting stuff in Arkansas. And I know that Moon's way down there at 1836 in Texas. But Jana Priscilla was able to help me find somebody, and he's just going to come through and do a shooting just to give people the experience of seeing that, because it's pretty thrilling. And then, of course, we got the cattle dogs, and it's Chuckwagon race time. 1 o'clock is when the races take off. I think as of earlier today, there were about 120 teams called in, and we still got like 2 weeks to go. So that's pretty cool. And we got Saturday night, we've got the freestyle bullfighting with 2J Fighting Bulls. Jacob Jackson always does a great show for us. And then another band, Sometimes Sideways.
Oh, you can't forget about the mutton busting.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
the
not about the
invitational.
mutton busting, because Stephen Boyd is all about that. He gives special invitations to the SJRA Mutton Busters. And so they had their awards last
weekend, Saturday night.
Last Saturday night.
Well, we interrupt this session for a quick taco break. We came through with our technical difficulties, but we're back online now here at Whiskey Ridge Ranch in Malvern, Arkansas, to talk about the Chuckwagon races that are coming up just a few short weeks away.
To talk about it.
Talk about it.
Incredible.
Bless.
All right, so the only racer we've got in the room right now that'll be racing at Malvern is going to be Cindy. So good to know.
She's the one that's in the races. The rest of us will be racing around taking care of stuff.
Let's not forget about Carl talking during the Christmas podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
About getting in a wagon.
Yeah.
Well,
But for some reason,
both
the
of my
mules
mares
are no
are
longer
bred
here.
now, so they'll be on the ground in the next year. So it'll be great.
So it's going to be 2026. Yeah.
When I turn 27.
Just
Again.
yeah. Just kick that can down the road as far as you can.
As long as you're playing poker in there with them bulls, I'll be doing the chuckwagon racing.
Are you going to be getting in a wagon this year, David?
I don't know. We've got a lot going on this end. I can't afford to get hurt this year. I know that much because we're having another kiddo, and we just got a lot going on. That's my response.
Chicken.
Too many. Yeah.
Chicken.
That's pretty much it. I'm scared.
Funny.
I would, but I don't want to. So that's it.
That's it.
So let's talk just a little bit about some of that stuff that you guys have going on this year in the first part of the week there. So you said like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, for somebody that wants to come in and camp a little bit earlier, what are the things that you kind of like would hype up for them as far as just things that they want to make sure that they get out and do when they're there during the middle of the week?
I would say due to the number of teams that are going to be coming and the volume of just that traffic alone, the quicker you get here, the quicker you get set up, the better campsite you'll have. The entertainment again starts on Tuesday night with team roping with Adam Newcomb, and he does a fantastic job up there. That'll go to the wee hours of the morning with as many teams as he'll have here. Also, the Wednesday night guitar picking is absolutely phenomenal. And remember, Renata will be here with her hot wings again and serving them up really, really good.
And also on Wednesday night, we'll have some free tastings over at the liquor store as well from a few distributors. Just if you want to taste something.
Yeah, which is to me, that's what I'd be doing most of the week if I was there. I'd just be hanging out.
That's why we
I'd
set
be
up
over
here in
there
front
at
of
that.
Clay's cabin.
That's right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and that's just a stone's throw away from the Twisted Spur liquor store, which I know we've talked about it on here before, but I still think it's so fascinating that you guys got that lottery pick. You got to be the first, or is it the first liquor store in your county?
It's the first,
Very well.
and we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's just so cool. How's everything going with the liquor store?
Lights are still on.
Yeah.
It's very convenient for us to
It
drink.
is. It is. No, it's sort of like like the old men go up to the breakfast place in the mornings to have coffee. Well, the young men come down here to pick their beer up each day, and it's more like a
Social hour.
Social
It's a
hour.
social hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
between
Mhm.
4 and like 6.
Certainly a perfect time to catch up on all the gossip in the local surrounding community, and just to say your hellos for the day, because
Yeah.
you got the opportunity almost daily.
Pretty
Absolutely.
much. We got some loyal customers.
Well, it's pretty one of a kind that you can go to a wagon racing event and you've got a literal retail store for liquor right there, beer and liquor right there on the edge of camp. Basically, I think that's pretty unique, and I think it's really cool. And I think it's a really cool liquor store that you guys have. I mean, it was charming. I enjoyed going in there. So, have you guys gotten to where there will be new staff this year? And is it kind of up? Is it changed any from last year? Is it kind of been growing, filling out? What's different between last year and this year?
Well, Cindy and I won't be in there monitoring everything this year because we've got it where it's working finally. And we actually know what liquor is and what beer is now versus what we used to do. And we're allowing them to run their show over there by themselves.
Yeah, it'll be open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. each day. So everybody should be. And we'll have like headache stuff and hangover stuff and things like that if anyone's looking for it.
Necessary items.
Necessary items. All the other essentials the taco will have here at the Mercantile. So
Yeah, can't forget about Marty at Mercantile, because
Mercantile.
he's going to have all the other necessary items over here. So stop by and see him too.
that's right. Do you want to?
Hey, we'll pause again
A full
for
taco
another
bar.
taco break.
What are you got at the Mercantile this year, Marty?
I've got some new hats, T-shirts. Still got a few miscellaneous merchandise that's going to be half off. So you want to check that half off stuff. So yeah, come and see me.
Everybody loves a good sale.
I am from 8 to noon, closed for lunch, back from 1 to 5 each day.
Okay.
Except for during the
Heck yeah.
race time, the Chuckwagon race.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, except for the races.
And then also, talking about the
busy.
races, just want to mention that the pond dam from the arena over to the race area will close at noon. And then it's only racers during that time for anybody that's watching. And then it'll open back up after the races. And that's just for safety purposes, I think a lot of the people that are watching may be racers, some that aren't. Just remember, just stay out of that racer area if you're not racing. That's only because of safety and security reasons, kind of thing. And then also, if you're coming in and you're a racer, we have 2 gates here at the ranch. One we consider the main gate. The other one we consider the Red House Arena Gate, Mercantile Gate, Liquor Store Gate, Ice House Gate, whichever one you want to call it. It's just the other one. So you can come in either one of those.
One thing I will say too, though, with that area going across the pond dam gets congested at times.
Yeah.
But we have opened up a new road behind the arena, which is a little bit better than what we've had in the past. It's got gravel, and you can go on back around through the back of the arena and come back in behind our barn, which gains access to the side where the track's at as well. So it should make that a lot easier flow for folks this year than what we've had in the past. So constantly trying to think of things as we're getting feedback from racers and others that are here on the ranch, what we can do to make it easier, better, safer, otherwise, just to have a better time while they're here.
Oh yeah, that's big time. Yeah, being able to navigate on another route between arena and racetrack area, I mean, that's big time. That's because it's always been just kind of a one-way street right there, right?
Yeah, it really has. Yeah. So now there's
nightmare.
options. Yeah, that's one-way nightmare. Is a great
another new thing this year that Todd's failed to mention because he's headed this off is the sound. The sound is absolutely wonderful this year. You can hear it from the new announcer stand. You can hear it where we're sitting at right now.
From the new announcer stand.
From the new announcer stand, and we're geographically a pretty good ways away from there. You can hear it.
What'd you guys do to kind of change everything?
I'm sorry?
What did you guys do over there? What have you kind of resurrected over there at the track that's kind of changed your sound situation?
Well, we really didn't resurrect anything. We threw away some stuff that we were using in the past, for one, and we acquired new. So, but Tracy, Morgan, he does a fantastic job helping us off with our bands and such every year anyway. Of course, Stephen Boyd, the announcer, does a fantastic job. But, every year we say, there's things that just aren't quite where we would like for them to be. And when we listened back to the Chuckwagon channel and watched our race this year, the first thing I said with Cindy is we've got to do something different about sound. So we did, and then we watched it again in December, and before the end of the year, decided to go ahead and do a lot more and add on to what we'd already purchased. So we essentially came in and bought a whole new sound system that really livens up things, but projects that sound out where you can hear. If you're sitting up there on top of the hill, you can hear what's going on. If you're down on the line, the starting line, you can hear what's going on. Or if you're at the front gate, you can hear what's going on. And I'm really excited about that because I think, to have a good show is one thing to have good racers, but we also got to have good sound, and that's got to be a very pivotal thing for our races too. So
we also got most people know him as Monkey, but his name's Justin Leggett. He's going to be back announcing. When we first started doing the races here, he was our original announcer. Then he got involved with all the auctioning stuff, and he hasn't been back for, I guess, 3 years.
3 years now.
And he's coming back to join back with Stephen Boyd again to help out so that Stephen can have a voice at the end of the race. So
yeah.
But Monkey's a big old loudmouth. Everybody knows that.
He is.
So
yeah, he is.
Get ready.
Don't believe everything he says either. Don't ask him about no bubble gum.
No. Just tell him you got bubble gum if he asks. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I know that you guys have always had Stephen Boyd since I've been down there the last couple of years, and I know Monkey's a good announcer. I think he's going to do a great job. I think that's a great idea. I love that you guys are going to have two announcers. I know that like way lessens the burden having only one guy, and I know as far as like the people in the crowd, from their perspective, they're trying to kind of figure out what the heck's going on the track. And that's something that's kind of caught my attention this last year too, was races where people don't maybe have all the clarity. The spectators maybe don't have all the clarity. Oh my goodness, we have a celebrity.
Hello?
We have a celebrity here.
Oh, and you guys got the on-brand colors too. We got Cindy in the orangish red there. Salmon, pink. We truly have a full throttle Loca crew here now. So, goodness, I'm flustered. I mean, David's over here getting sweaty, having to readjust.
I know that this is a high caliber buckboard team we have sitting right here in front of us. So
that's right.
Jana, Priscilla. Jana, you were telling me earlier today, you were messaging me. I was talking to you about something or other, and you told me that there's about 120 teams that are signed up.
We're up to 122 right now.
So tell me why that's significant, and give me some numbers compared to other races, especially sanctioned races, why that's a lot, why that's important.
Well, what's special about this one is within a day, we had 73 teams call in, and that's like a record of an amount of teams that has called in with that short period of time. So we're still 2 weeks out. And 122, last year we had 131 teams call in, 112 ran. So we are already almost to that mark, and we're still 2 weeks out. So that's pretty awesome that we're still got 2 weeks and we're already that amount of teams called in. And still waiting on a few to respond. So
they'll respond.
I don't recall going to I don't think I've gone to many other association races where there are that many teams.
No, sir.
So I think that we're expecting that to be a very full turnout. And I know I've said this before, but as far as like the eyeball test goes, I think between the last couple of years at your event, it's been pretty apparent that the event is starting to get pretty big. I mean, you guys have a really good turnout of spectators. It's really cool to see it. And you guys have battled the elements a lot since I've been coming there. And so it'll be fun to see, if everything lands right and the weather's good and everything. I think you guys are going to have your hands full.
Well,
the beauty of what we have is we have some hills to get on when it rains. And some of the other tracks haven't had that beauty that we have from that. Right now, the weather forecast is looking pretty decent for us, in the highs in the 80s and lows in the 60s, and just partly cloudy. No big chance of rain, but that's still far out there. So if we have a big rain, we'll just go under the arena and we'll have a good time. We'll figure it out.
We'll still support We Are the 22 in the fire department in our community during the event. So, and that's the big thing. It's such a special thing for us here to be able to be partners with We Are the 22, and 22 veterans a day commit suicide, and to be able to be a part to help that grow, to reduce those numbers is an important thing. That's so very important. But then also the local volunteer fire department that's just right down the street, which, has been so critical to this area of the county with such low population to support it. So anything we can do like that to help out, it just is meaningful in a big way.
On the weather, we're gonna look to our Justin Reed.
That's right.
Which anytime there's a storm, which we've had a lot lately, Jana and I will be texting Justin going, "What do we do?" He'll say, "Take cover or not." So we've had the storm cellar open quite a few times for sure.
More times this year than any year that I can remember before.
Yeah.
But hopefully that's in our rearview mirror now.
It has been a stormy, wet season so far.
Yep. That's what happens when you let Justin call the shots. You're probably going to be in the storm cellar quite a bit. So,
speaking of Justin, I'm going to slip out and let him slip back in real quick because last time during the December show, Justin didn't get to speak very much at all, and I just
and he was a little offended by that.
I know,
too.
Yeah.
So,
he said some really nasty language during that time.
Take a break?
We can have a slight pause, taco break, while we have a transition to bring Justin back up on deck here. Come on up, Justin.
Taco transition.
It's just him from the chest down.
That was a little too close to the Marty salad that I didn't know that was close to. Hey, welcome back. It's Precipitating Profanity's own Justin Reed. Justin, I know we're a ways out. I know most of the time you can only, on Google at least, look 10 days out, but I know you have the ability to predict weather much further out than that. So what is the weather going to be like at Whiskey Ridge this year?
As of right now, it shows pretty clear. The problem is that weather is unpredictable. And so usually we can tell more within a week of what it will look like. But really, we only have one model that shows out further in advance, like a month. So we take that with a grain of salt until we start seeing the other models come in. And then we kind of just average those models out. So as we get closer, I'll keep everybody up to date.
What did you really say then? That you don't know?
It's a tongue twister.
Correct. If you ask any meteorologist, they'll tell you. I don't really know, but this is what we guess what will happen.
Then, you have Justin being honest about that. He's like, I will tell you. I don't know. Yeah. This is what I think is going to happen.
Yeah. Sounds like you could also do well in politics, my friend.
I think I'll steer clear from that for now.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I got a lobbyist connection.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Just say no.
We have a great lobbyist on the staff, and that's Todd over here. He has been lobbying for a long time.
Well, I know that Todd stepped out, but I was going to ask a little bit more in depth on kind of the heart behind what you guys do and some of the kind of the beneficiaries of your event. Kind of the way you guys give back. Could you guys maybe expand on that just a little bit and maybe how that all kind of got started for you guys with with it being Memorial Day weekend and kind of the different avenues that you guys donate to?
Well, the first and foremost, the one that we really take a particular heart in is the Southwest Volunteer Fire Department, which just right down the road here. We've helped with them in several different activities that they were trying to achieve with getting their helipad completed and a couple other items down there. We're still trying to help them get a side-by-side that will actually carry a body across the field in case something gets hurt, not only here, but there's a lot of four-wheeler trails back behind the house here that people travel on in deer season and different things like that would be very helpful for them year round. And that's what our goal is to try to help them gain enough funds to make that happen. Also, We Are the 22 is the thing that Stephen Boyd had in his mind at some point and thought this would be a really good thing. Todd and Cindy did a lot of research on it, and that's the one that got picked. So
Paul Helberg's son.
Yeah, and Paul Helberg's son, that is one of the guys that pushed for alcohol in Hot Spring County. So it's really it's just a challenging event for those types of things. You know, there's many things that go around our community, and we're asked to sponsor a lot of different activities with our county, and we do, but we just feel like that these are two of the most important that we have out here for this type of an event at this time.
Yeah, and the county that we live in, it's a pretty large county, so our city seat in it would be Malvern, and the city of Malvern and the county of and Hot Spring County, they don't really work together. So the tax revenue for the county is maybe a tenth of what it is for Malvern, and the expansion as far as the space is much larger. So hopefully we can bring some more money in by having this event for the county of Hot Springs to encourage growth in that. Like we mentioned during the Christmas podcast, the fair. We don't even have rides at the fair anymore that Carl and I grew up at. They have a rodeo that's maybe one night. Brick Fest, which used to be the largest thing Acme Brick was created in Malvern. Last year was the last year of that. So there's really not any other events as far as the public goes other than ours at this point.
The Hot Spring County Fair Board tries to do a lot of different types of events, and they get so much criticism for them giving efforts. Criticism doesn't bother us. We like it because it only makes us better. And we feel like that our event is going to be the one that Hot Spring County is remembered by in years to come.
Yeah.
And he gets
that's
the
awesome.
crown.
And heck yeah. Hey, and at what point do you guys bring some of those fair rides out there and put a little area together for some stuff like that?
We have fair rides. We have clown contests. We have the Kool-Aid barrel race. We
do have the Kool-Aid barrel race. But another thing that we have this year, Jana can probably talk to that point a little bit better, is during the Bulls and the Bronx, right? Is there something going on during that time, like some kind of dance contest with a unicorn and...
Oh, gosh.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, there is. The funny guy is going to have a dance contest with a pink unicorn. So that might be quite entertaining.
So that'll be Friday night.
Who's the funny guy?
That would be Scott.
Scott Norton.
Scott Norton is the funny guy. And I can't tell you who the pink unicorn is. That's a secret.
We might have a raffle on that.
Secret.
It'll be good entertainment,
it gets pretty wild there around the weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
But as far as rides and activities like that, they're like we talked about earlier, the mutton busting will be going on. The kids will absolutely enjoy that. There's the other kids' activities are just being able to be out in the country without lots of restrictions and to be able to breathe fresh air and be kids.
Yeah, and then, again, this year we got Shannon Tucker with TF goat roping. He's been in he was down in Sparkman. I think he goes around and does a lot, but he's doing goat roping, like I said, Tuesday through Saturday or Sunday. And it's different ages. It'll be back behind the arena in the warm-up pen, and he'll be going from whenever until whenever. He and his wife were down this past weekend and was talking about it going on until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So hopefully that's not the case this year, but if it is, even better for them. So that'll be another activity for the kids. I think they're also doing some kind of chicken race that's free for the kids to go in and
7 o'clock.
Hunt chickens, or not hunt chickens, but
catch chickens.
Chase chickens.
Try to catch them.
Yeah. We might throw a few guineas in there, though, too, but I don't know.
Or maybe some geese. We got
Cool.
extra geese.
Yeah, we got some extra geese. We got 6 left. The tacos got 6 left.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you guys have a lot going on, though. I mean, it's going to be a full week. We're excited for it. I know that you're going to have 100+ teams. It's going to be a big week, big weekend. And the great thing about, one of the best things about you guys' weekend event is that Monday's a holiday. Nobody is in a big hurry to get home. Sunday, it's more relaxed. I love that about that holiday weekend for you guys. So, yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun there this year, is what I think. And I know that we've got our whole crew. We've got Justin, we've got Andy's going to be down there, which he was working today. He's got a job he's doing today. And we're going to have Savannah back this year. So we'll have the full crew. We are going to be busy.
Yeah, and just to mention, I don't know if we've mentioned it yet, but we'll open the ranch. I think I put from the 15th to the 17th, but my dates were wrong. So it'll be 15th to the 18th for camp marking. So they can look on our Facebook page for that information if they want to come in and claim their space, per se. Bring panels, bring their campers, whatever they want to do. And just get their space area, so when they come in on Tuesday at noon or after, then they've got a lot of their stuff already here.
Awesome. Yeah, and I think another thing I was going to say about stuff that we'll do this year that we haven't done before, last year we had kind of toyed around with doing pre-shows, pre-race shows type things.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that we've got everything set up with Starlink through Andy this year, that we can get a pre-show going Saturday morning. So
if not, Todd's got a Starlink. It just came in today. I don't know how, ironically enough, it came in. But I'm sure we'll get more stuff tomorrow if you keep on mentioning things.
That's awesome. As far as so for people that haven't been out there before, what is the expectation on cell phone service? What should people be prepared for, for going out of town, for going out into the country where you're at, things like that.
Cell phone service out here is absolutely incredible. We don't have an issue with that. Reception is very good. Clarity is very good. I would bring, if you're somebody that's cold-natured, bring something that's going to be warm, because if it gets down in the 60s, it's going to be a little chilly. Mm-hmm. We do not anticipate having bonfires, but there will be wood scattered around that needs to be burned because of the trees that fell during the storms that we've cut up. So everybody's welcome to that. If they didn't remember to bring some, then they'll have plenty of that, but make sure they clean up and put it out in the woods after it goes out.
Yeah, there's going to be hay.
We'll have hay here for those who do not bring enough hay with them, square bales, and
ice.
Well, so we have the big 20-pound bag ice truck here from Wednesday on this year, so that way nobody will run out of ice. We'll still have the ice house open, and we'll have ice at the liquor store, but we'll have plenty of ice this year. So make yourself known that it will be at the liquor store for the ice all the time, except for on Sunday, and we'll have it at the main gate.
Endless amenities. It will be a very, very good week. Well, we're excited for it, and we are going to continue to put content out there and promote this thing as we get closer. I know everybody's excited. We're very excited to be down there, and we're just going to go bigger and better every year from here on out. And how many years have you guys been in business now doing this event?
This will be the 8th year. This will actually, it'll be our 8th year of doing it. It'll be our 4th year of doing it over Memorial Day weekend. So when we first started doing it, it was earlier in May. And then this will be our 4th over Memorial Day. So Tuesday through Sunday or Monday, whenever they leave, is more than fine. The gates will be open from Tuesday at noon through Sunday. So that's easily accessible.
That's awesome.
Well. Yep.
And I'm curious, what inspired you guys to start this event?
The crazy seed got planted many, many years ago by going to Clinton for every Labor Day weekend, and that was our family vacation where we all gathered together and took off to. We still do.
Yeah.
And that's how it got started, and then Mark and Jennifer Bailey invited us to consider hosting one when they were around in this area, and we started off with their recommendation, and it's just grown ever since then. of course, we couldn't be more grateful for you guys at the Chuckwagon channel, as well as our local banks and investment companies and construction companies that are around in this area that have done a very fantastic job of helping support the event, that they also come to watch, and they really get excited about it for our community.
I've heard you guys mention the community a lot throughout this conversation. It sounds like you guys are very plugged into your community. You care a lot about them. What feelings do you get when you see like your hometown community people coming out and engaging in such a unique sport?
Well, it's a new sport to a lot of the people in the community, but it's one that they have welcomed with open arms, and they're all excited about it. I mean, people that live within 2 miles from here come and camp over the weekend and bring all their stuff and have a great time because they just don't want to go home. Yeah. I got a text message earlier today from a guy that wanted to make sure that we were still going to be able to camp out over Sunday night because they're going to be here from Tuesday through Sunday, and they don't even live a mile away from here. And it's he and his wife and 2 kids and they bring a bunch of their friends here, and it just goes on and on and on, which is really nice for us to have right here in our little community.
Yeah. But it's turning into an event people look forward to. And like Carl said, a mile away, and they're going to come stay the whole time. But we've got people 300 and 400 miles away that are coming and doing that very same thing, you know, and that's something that's extremely special when you can have an event like this and people want to come spend what they consider their vacation with us here and enjoy a little piece of what we get to enjoy every day too. So it's exciting and it's fun, but we're super proud to be able to do it.
And very grateful that they choose to do that here.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what is the typical off season, you know, like there on your ranch? What all is going on there typically?
Oh.
Lots of work.
Lots of good enjoyment. But you know, if you didn't like what we were doing, then we certainly wouldn't be doing it. Is all I can say, because it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. Whether you're castrating cows, weaning cows, making Jana mad because we're doing more than she's doing where she works in the daytime.
Oh, whatever.
All right, now who fries up those calf fries?
Oh man!
I need to raise a hand.
And you might have a hog and a basket of a big old pot of grease too, to making some carnitas, which are absolutely unbelievable. We just did that a couple of weeks ago, right here.
I think I need an invite.
Hey, it's a lot of fun.
It's good food. Good really times good with good people.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, I know you guys have a lot of fun around there, and I wish we lived closer. I wish we could be there more often, because I know that every time we see you guys, it's a good time.
Peaches, you gotta come over here. You're
sporting. Hey, Peaches.
Relive the ride.
Peaches and tacos. Peaches and tacos. There's gonna be an interesting team that's running here this year.
You can't do that.
He got an emergency call.
Peaches, sweet pants, and.
It's peaches, cream, and juice.
Yeah.
Peaches, cream, and juice. That's full throttle run. Cream and juice. The champions called back out outlaws. And there's going to be, because, you know, they threw water balloons last year during it. So there's going to be
That'd be Wade Pennington.
Yes, Wade is up to something. I can't tell you exactly what, but it's going to be interesting.
You know, I don't know. I heard a rumor, though, something about fully automatic potato guns. I don't know what that means. Maybe substitute potatoes with underwear. I'm not sure, but it's going to be maybe wet underwear too.
Something.
Anyway, we'll see. There's going to be more to come.
Yes.
So what I'm picturing is like the t-shirt gun you shoot out into crowds, except instead of shooting t-shirts into the crowds, now we're shooting wet underwear.
Well, yeah, my vision was a little different than that, but you know, I think they were shooting at each other. Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, maybe they might shoot CWC t-shirts out of that potato gun going around that track.
That's right.
Just an idea, throwing it out there.
Great idea.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
I'll bring them with.
We're not beggars.
I'm sure it'll get dry before this weekend's over with up here.
We're excited to be down there. We're excited to be there here in a couple weeks. Everybody mark your calendars. If you haven't already, it's going to be May 20th through the 25th there at Whiskey Ridge Ranch right near Malvern, Arkansas. And these guys are going to host you just as well as they've always done. And there's just a ton to do, so don't miss out. You guys got anything else that you want to share? Anything else you want to throw out there before we kind of tune it down?
We just want to thank the Chuckwagon channel as well as the Chuckwagon racers and the spectators for spending their time with us, and we're very grateful for that.
In just a few short weeks, We'll see you on the track here at Whiskey Ridge Ranch. Looking forward to it.
Happy Cinco de Mayo! Woo-hoo!
Oh, man.
The salt's getting to
There
me.
it goes again. She just went down.
Yep.
You frozen?
Check
Yeah.
1, 2.
Well, no, they're
1,
frozen.
2.
Here, baby.
Don't drop out. Come back in.
There they go.
Frozen.
No, you're back.
Todd, did you steal my line?
He started that line way before you did.
See you on the track.
He really did, honest to God. Way
Oh,
before
my
the chuck
gosh.
election. So, yes, it came with the pole knot and the
Curb feelers.
Curb
Yeah,
feelers.
Yes.
The
There's
curb
a-
feelers were the hay string tied on the side of the bit.
Well,
the
46-inch pony.
Yeah, it was a whole nother production we did one Saturday.
It was
afternoon.
great. Oh my God. I have
Yeah.
the videos still.
Well, we were initially talking about podcasts because Justin had been over and really kind of got me to spend a whole lot of money to buy a lot of equipment that I knew absolutely nothing about. And I wound up giving a lot of it to him after the fact because I still know absolutely nothing about it.
So I stole your line.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you
I think we
remember
talked
us
about that
talking
in Camden.
Loretta Lynn's.
Loretta Lynn's, yeah.
Hey, David, it's all right
Thank
if you
you.
stole his line. He's famous for a lot of things.
He'll get another one.
I got a lot of hooks out there, David. I can reel in another one.
Bye, guys.
Go,
Thank
go,
you.
taco.
Thanks for